We're closed.
You don't look the sort who can afford to turn down legitimate work.
What do you want?
How about we start with a light?
You gotta name this?
Elizabeth. You can call me Elizabeth.
What can I do for you?
There's a girl who needs to be found. Maybe you've seen her.
This girl's dead.
You know her.
You'll see dozens of her tied down by the docks or the slums in Apollo Square. Orphans. With Fontaine's charity shut. No place for them.
But her you know.
As I said, girl's dead.
Lost.
Look, I don't know where you get...
Lost isn't dead. Name your rate, I will pay you for this work. You'd do this one gratis, wouldn't you?
I don't follow.
Something tells me you will. Seems my instincts were correct.
Where's Sally?
I don't know, but I know someone who does. Follow me.
What's this girl to you?
What I need from her is my business. And I know where to start looking. Something tells me a man with your particular talents could be useful.
Afternoon. Yes? Ryan. He's a big fish in an awful small pond. That's me.
Anything you say, Doc.
If I was running things, I'd say, why just one city? Why not two, eh? Why not three? Can I help you?
If we were all made from common clay, then Einstein would have remained a patent clerk. It's our responsibility to strive.
Here, here.
What?
Oh, I heard about your little friend. Such a shame.
Edward thinks the way to my heart is philosophical transcendence. He's brilliant. If I wanted brilliant, I'd go to bed with a book.
You're just trapped by petite bourgeois notions of romance, aren't you?
Take it whatever way you will. But a girl wants what a girl wants. He looks so sad.
Beauty fades.
Well, I love him for who he is, not for what he does for me.
If you ask me, philosophy should stop at the bedroom door.
Some people just aren't deserving of love.
Deserves? Nobody deserves anything. It's warfare, my dear. Winner takes all. If you didn't know that, then why the hell did you get in that bathysphere in the first place?
Just a matter of time before Ryan's crews round up anybody talks bad about him. I mean, just look what happened to Frank Fontaine.
Hey, keep moving, buddy.
What happened to these children? What are they?
Where have you been? Cabin in Arcadia? Little sisters. Atom factories.
Red means
It's
stop.
grotesque.
Green means go. This is the rule all little girls know.
Compromise? Is that why we came to Rapture? I could compromise in Red Hook.
We're just men and women, Alan. You hold yourself to that standard, you'll never be happy.
In what country is there a place for men like me? Men who refuse to say yes to the doubters and the parasites.
Yes, but even Andrew Ryan takes a vacation.
come on. We haven't got all day.
What do they even look like under those suits?
What you mean? Are they just some kind of machine?
What's the green light for?
I seen one with the light turned yellow. And I don't want to be around when it turns red.
But I say, you should have to prove you're properly versed on a topic before you're allowed to vote on it. Otherwise, it's just a knee-jerk response from the uninformed. Does more harm than good.
Who would judge that? A system like that invites abuse?
Having a benevolent dictatorship takes care of that.
Benevolence isn't human nature.
Get on with it. Do you have any idea how valuable my time is?
Self-reliant individual depends on state-run police force for safety. Safeguard your automated those who stick with yours get exactly what they deserve. No need to call Johnny Law. Ryan's private security. Safety for the
Ryan's been good to me. Few are the patrons who truly understand the struggle of the artist. But even I was a little leery when he shuttered Fontaine's business and sent that bald buck to a grave deep in the briny. But when Ryan buried all of Fontaine's pals in that department store, someone had to find a home for all those freshly minted orphans. And if I turned $1 or $2 in the process, you can hardly blame me for doing well by doing good.
Everyone wants to cut the tallest flower up there. Do something exceptional. Those parasites resent it, condemn it, or worse yet, take credit for themselves.
Nice finally consorting with the equally talented, eh? Getting recognized properly? Being part of something bigger? He works for Ryan's security firm. I got it firsthand.
Cooks a fella from the inside out. Is the damn thing a weapon or an oven?
Works with mini rays or microwaves? Oh, I can't remember. All I know is it sounds dreadful.
The meek can go ahead and inherit the earth for all I care.
I'm fine right here in Rapture.
You know, I'm spliced up particular to pleasing women.
Wait. The Hostic sees you, he'll toss you out on your ass again. Got some nerve showing your face around here, pal.
Just say the word, I'll show you.
Funny.
What?
You're not knowing about the Little Sisters. How long have you been in Rapture?
Let's just say I don't get out much.
You've got eyes and ears, don't you?
If I wanted to share my life story, Mr. DeWitt, I would write my memoirs. If I learned anything about Rapture, that it was a place where people understood to mind their own business.
Hello, old bean.
Where are we headed?
The man we need to see is in the Garden of the Muses.
How do you know?
My sources are my own, Mr. DeWitt. If you have better information as to the whereabouts of your girl, I suggest you avail yourself of it.
Where are you taking me?
When's the last time you saw Sally?
What?
She was taken from you, wasn't she?
How do you know this?
She was taken, down at Surprise. You were playing the tables and...
She disappeared.
And?
Cop friend of mine, Sullivan, says they found her floating in the docks.
You see the body?
Look.
Did you see the body? This world values children, not childhood. There's a profit to be made and men who make it. I'm taking you to one of them. Mr. DeWitt, you all right?
I'm fine. Just get these spells sometimes. It'll pass.
Refreshments, eh? Madam?
We're fine, thanks.
I went through basic with them, decent sort, but the Italians, Papa this and Papa that. They can't take a crap without a papal dispensation.
I suppose I shouldn't have drank so much when I was pregnant, clearly. No changing it now.
You want someone to listen to your worries? Buy a puppy. Me? I got better things to do.
I hope that wasn't your attempt at pillow talk, darling.
He gets that from his father. No one from my side of the family was ever so lackadaisical.
You want to understand people? Tend bar. You'd be surprised how many problems all these supermen and women have. It's a wonder half of them get out of bed.
It's part.
Fresh in your glass.
Take it easy on the vine there, Ronnie. This ain't communal.
am I gonna get work with my leg all busted up like this? Foreman says I should have been more careful.
Something will turn up. Adversity breeds opportunity, that's what Ryan says.
All that unpleasantness with Fontaine seems so far behind us now.
I hope all of his crowd are enjoying themselves. Locked up forever.
Gotta hand it to the old man. Locking up Fontaine's thugs in his own department store. That's poetic justice.
Bonjour.
It's like quite a breakthrough. Wonderful to see you.
Why are you wasting your time on that?
Just quit while you're ahead.
Are you in the know? You doubtlessly sample products from Fontaine Futuristics. But do you know why Ryan Industries saved it? Frank Fontaine, the business leader and benefactor of mankind? Or was he the best friend a parasite ever had? Were you aware his businesses were a front for a smuggling ring? And were you also fooled by his supposed charity work? At his free clinic, patients became test subjects, and his orphanages were places that children disappeared into and never came out. Once they learned the truth, Rapture's Central Council called for the arrest of Fontaine Futuristics' owner. But, a coward to the end, Fontaine found a hail of bullets preferable to facing justice. The council asked that Ryan Industries assume the burden of stewardship of Fontaine's ill-gotten assets. And Andrew Ryan accepted that burden for the people of Rapture. Now all citizens can enjoy these products, free of criminal taint. Now you know.
Fontaine got taken out by Ryan's goons for one reason, and one reason only. He built a better mousetrap.
Oh, for God's sake, Armand, you want to get us both rounded up?
So you admitted that Ryan's rounding people up?
It was a figure of speech.
The pot calling the kettle black is a figure of speech.
I keep my head low and I do my job.
Like a good German.
Now, is that a figure of speech?
Can I help you?
Buongiorno, signore.
We all move the great chain, and the great chain moves us all.
Suchong observed strangest of coincidences. On other side of a window, man in strange hat experimenting on Suchong's own creation. On plasmid. Man name of Fink. Outrage! Theft of intellectual property! But man name of Fink is no fool. Through addition of oxidizing agent, turns plasmid ingestible through stomach lining. Mr. Ryan very impressed with Suchong's initiative. Theft of intellectual property. Two-way street.
Frank Fontaine. Now there was a straight shooter. One of us.
I don't want to follow one of us.
You imagine having a beer with Andrew Ryan? Probably some teetotaler. Don't trust the man, don't drink, least from time to time.
Welcome, welcome. Well, hello.
A man's home is his castle and should be defended as such. You should never back down to an intruder in the night.
Sir, ma'am.
You won't have to. Stand your ground.
Sexual intimacy is no different than any other commodity, friend. You sell soybeans, I sell companionship.
Ugh, it's disgusting.
That's the Bible talking, pal. That's your mother talking. What does Ryan say? Petty morality? You can keep it.
Dr. Steinman told me he uses my picture to judge facial symmetry.
Darling, that line actually work on anyone before closing time.
Guten Tag.
Herr Schmidt.
I always said find someone with prospects. It's not my fault she married.
Ah, Mr. DeWitt. Back again. And so soon.
I was telling all this Kipadolfi, right? About the dispersions being made about me, huh? This legal nonsense, huh? About what Ryan warned us about. This society of lawyers, huh?
Are you in the know? Innovation and competition are what fuel Rapture. But that fuel can be diluted with rumor or flat-out lies. The rumor monger asks, what are these so-called splicing side effects? Well, take a look around you. Do you see anything wrong with your neighbor? The rumor monger asks, why has Tenenbaum withdrawn from the public's eye? Dr. Tenenbaum is a scientific mind unparalleled, even in Rapture. She's no doubt in her lab, toiling away at her next great innovation. I heard she was in cahoots with Fontaine. Merely slander from jealous naysayers. Remember, Rapture competes through innovation, not cheap shots. Bridget Tenenbaum is a woman who represents the best of science and industry. In other words, she's a Rapture gal. Now you know.
How is Ryan taking over Fontaine's business any different than, say, eminent domain? It's just the hand of government coming down on the individual.
Fontaine was a criminal.
By whose standards? Ryan's? I prefer when the judge doesn't profit off the penalty. You need something, friend?
Poof, they're all gone. Ryan, he's the new Houdini.
He's got him in a department store?
In Fontaine's department store. If I wanted this, I might as well have stayed in Vladivostok.
Fontaine's thugs were nothing more than a bunch of parasites. Ryan looks out for Rapture.
Ryan looks out for Ryan.
And why not? It is the sweat of his brow. We're just the gnats buzzing around, no?
Whatever that barber did to you, I hope he's retained a capable attorney.
Are you in the know? The Big Daddy may look imposing, but he's a gentle giant. Do you know all he does for Rapture? These metal gents are the hands that maintain Rapture, digging the foundation out of the seabed and guiding structural supports into place. Where do these metal mysteries come from? Sorry, chum, that's a Ryan Industries trade secret. Now you know.
To what possible end? They can't both be right.
If she feels so strongly about how Fontaine's people were treated, she's more than welcome to hop a bathysphere to that department store and join them.
I've got your memory, or has it got me? I really don't know, but I know.
Hello, Booker. Where have you been hiding her?
I've got your classroom, that picture game, and it still looks the same as when you gave it, dear. The only thing different,
That's what the parasites want you to believe. Gray. There's no such thing as gray. There's good, there's bad, and nothing between the poles.
Another one. Hey, you got an issue with my food pen? You're welcome to put on an apron.
I had all of these visions before coming down here of utopia. Every man with his hand on the great chain, the wheel of progress turning. Every cliche you can imagine. And what is the first thing that happens when I open up shop? Petty thievery. Now I have to lock all my valuables in the closet. Remember 2076. It's the problem with coming to utopia, is that it still has the people.
I understand why Ryan wants to lock all of Fontaine's men up in that department store, but why on earth should we have to feed them? Isn't a prisoner just another parasite?
What you want to do, Irene? Hang them all?
You said it, not me.
I had all of these visions before coming down here of utopia. Every man with his hand on the great chain, the wheel of progress turning. Every cliche you can imagine. And what is the first thing that happens when I open up shop? Petty thievery. Now I have to lock all my valuables in the closet. Remember 2076. It's the problem with coming to utopia, is that it still has the people.
That's why I smoke Nico Time brand cigarettes.
Government sure does like to tell people what to do.
Exactly. That's why I smoke Nico Time. Because I make my own decisions. Nico Time brand cigarettes. Rapture's choice. Your choice.
When Ryan take over Fontaine Futuristics, scene of a terrible violence. Splicers burning each other to bits. Lucky ones not killed, sent to department store prison instead. Suchong think he dead man too. But then Ryan comes to Suchong and says, Suchong want to be buried in filthy store, or Suchong want to make a good salary? Work for Ryan. How much salary? Asks Suchong. This Ryan find very funny.
A fine day to you both.
It's temporary.
Temporary. Just like gulag. Temporary. Until someone puts bullet in your head.
I don't have all the flaws and drawbacks other people have. You know, emotions. I'm just a more perfect machine, I guess.
Think about what we could accomplish together, you and me. I propose a merger.
The great chain guide's all about evidence. Even if we can't see it, it's there.
Was it the Great Chain who took over Fontaine Futuristics? Sorry, lady. I ain't one.
Mr. DeWitt. We'll find my source inside of that club.
Cohen? What does that lunatic have to do with Sally?
Afternoon.
Contempt's too weak a word. I consider Cohen's work obscene.
Private party. No entry without invitation.
We'll see about that.
Which business do you represent, sir?
Business?
Yes, which business?
DeWitt Investigations.
Mr. Cohen does not truck with private detectives. Masks of invitation went to artists and craftsmen alone.
I'm with the artist struggle. We're expected.
No mask, no entry.
Stuffed shirt.
These invitation masks he spoke of. They must have gone out to local artisans.
Well, I guess we'll have to persuade someone to loan us one.
The business of Rapture is business. Says it's sponsored by the Artist Struggle, the Golden Rule, and Rapture Records.
I guess those stores would be as good a place to start as any. What brung you to Rapture?
A man.
Really? You don't strike me as the romantic type.
Wasn't that kind of man.
Then what?
There's a debt that needs repaying.
I've known my share of Shylocks. You're no Shylock.
Wasn't that kind of debt. Invitations to Cohen shows are highly coveted. Nobody's gonna just hand us one.
You think you can figure out a way to distract the store owner while I take a look around?
You just find the mask. Leave the distractions to me.
Good day to you, sir.
Excuse me. Lady has some questions for you.
Yes, of course.
I'm interested in this piece.
Ah, excellent. You've an eye, haven't you, miss? It's a natural sapphire and diamond, 18-karat gold ring, fully hallmarked for Paris, 1887.
That's a lot of fine talk about a stolen ring.
Beg your pardon?
Right out of her coffin in Twilight Fields. Did you think we wouldn't notice?
I can assure you that...
The assurances of a grave robber are of no interest to me. If you hand the ring back, the matter will remain between you and me.
You come into my shop and talk this trash.
Cohen sends those masks out in some kind of box.
Get your hands off me!
What a distraction.
Betty, it's 5 o'clock. Dinner should be on the table.
Oh, I know, but it won't be ready for another hour.
Betty, haven't you heard about the radar range? The latest home advancement for Fontaine Futuristics?
Damn.
The radar
Must be somewhere else.
from the inside, using microwaves, without gas or fire, in less than half the time.
Oh, why, that's amazing. With the radar range, I can boil lobster tails in minutes, or brew a delicious cup of coffee in seconds.
Fontaine Futuristics, saving my marriage and yours.
Might be best if we were gone when he wakes up. Any luck?
Nothing. Let's find another shop.
Where should we look next? Upstairs at the Artist's Struggle or Rapture Records straight ahead?
To be an obstacle to your accomplishments. I'm a modern fella. I just want to walk next to you and admire your stride.
Darling, you do know how to talk to a woman.
Sir, ma'am.
See that dish I walked in with? Will you give her the star treatment, pal? It'll make it worth your while.
Of course, right away.
What is this piece?
It's by Trenet, but of course, covered by Mr. Reinhardt.
Oh, it's lovely. Isn't it lovely?
Oh. Yes.
Oh, music does something to me. Especially something in this
Yes.
way. It's almost primal, isn't it? Part of us that exists before thought, before logic, purely sensual.
The finest music touches us in places
that we never knew existed.
Yes.
Can you turn it up? Oh, it's so intoxicating, but also powerful and masculine. Oh, yes, when one feels the urge to surrender.
Gotta find that box.
Don't forget, anybody offering you a hand of charity has their other hand
Nothing.
in their pocket.
Oh, only one place left.
It's the Rapture way.
I must go. Even one more note shall prove my undoing. Nothing?
No. Got one place left, though.
And if that proves to be fruitless?
We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Have you ever met the man?
Used to see him all the time.
Hey, pal. You want to help out the little lady?
Yes, of course. Interesting, isn't it? An original Sander Cohen. He calls it miasma.
I'm sorry, but I know precious little about art.
How does it make you feel?
I don't want to open my mouth for fear of what foolishness might tumble out.
Would you like me to tell you what it means?
Oh, would you? Oh, I would like so much to understand.
In this piece, Cohen intended to show us the struggle of the great man, condemned to breathe the swampy air of the parasite.
You see all that in that little picture?
Yes, in fact. Now, did your companion go...
Oh, what's this one? Oh, please, it's so beautiful. What does it mean?
Oh, my dear, that is something truly extraordinary. Shall I explain?
Oh, yes, please.
Where is he hiding
Tell
that
me
box?
everything. You're so knowledgeable. Why, you must be an artist yourself.
I dabble, but I'm no Santa Curry.
Do you have anything of your own that you could show me?
Well, yes.
Right over here.
You've given me so much to think about. I feel a trifle swoony.
Would you mind if I return tomorrow for further education?
There you are, you son of a bitch.
Good. You've located the mask.
Third time's the charm.
All right. It's best we head back to Cohen's.
Fine piece of work back with those shopkeeps. You got a bit of the grifter in you.
For that, you can thank my father.
Oh, yeah?
He was a man comfortable in a variety of roles.
Ah, very well. Mr. Cohen awaits your participation at his performance.
So who is this fellow Cohen? Some sort of underworld figure?
Worse. He's an artist.
An artist who kidnaps children.
Cohen's muse is a bit more diverse. I've seen his type. Gets an idea in his head, end a conversation. Don't matter who gets hurt.